This episode of Capes and Lunatics is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
Recording has started. There's a thin line between heroism and madness.
Here the line fades to nothing at all. This is a world of Capes and Lunatics. No, that isn't an episode of Law & Order. That's us. Capes and Lunatics. We're going to talk to you about... Yes, it's a Saturday night. I'm the sober one, so I'm driving these fools home. All right, let's get it started. Capes and Lunatics starts right now.
Okay.
Random lunacy. I am Phil, and joined by my other Capes and Lunatics, that haggard man in the corner there with his purple headphones.
Yeah, that is Charlie, the Professor Esther. And Tristan's actually saying headphones aren't working for him either. But like I said, they worked when I played a Facebook video, so I don't know.
They're magic. They're cursed. And
the kids with their newfangled devices. And of course, it's me in the Green Lantern shirt, Lil Hellfire.
With the new car, the new name.
Yeah.
When Green Lantern is the least offensive property that you now own, I think you're doing something wrong.
Because they're not doing any live action with Green Lantern right now, so it's like, of course, it's the least offensive.
Even the CGI Green Lantern cartoon was better than the live action version.
All right, let's get into it. I can sense that not so subtle hint.
That jab and that left hook, piece of a biscuit for that show they call Titans.
So yes. Titans episode 1 dropped yesterday. Charlie, did you get a chance to see it, or?
Where would I have seen it? Would I have to
I don't know.
DC
Did
Universe?
we tell you to get the 7-day free trial DC Universe Online?
Oh, no. I mean, you said
free trial.
I don't like to do. First off, you have to give your credit card, which means that the second you forget what day 7 is, like you forget to count. It's like, oh, there's your $300.
Well,
it's $7.99.
Unless you wait till the end of the season, because they're only dropping them one a week. So
yeah.
I mean, I know where you can get it, but I'm trying to support DC, even though technically I'm still on my gift subscription.
Oh,
will be for the rest of the year.
I'm paying for Netflix, and everywhere else in the world, it's on Netflix.
I feel
except for China. Us in China, we're the only ones. We're the suckers.
Yeah, we're the suckers, and it's like, why? Because first off, it's produced with Netflix, so it's going to be on Netflix next year. It's going to be available on Netflix.
I don't think it's going to be available on Netflix next year because of the whole AT&T. Actually, they're going to be absorbing DC Universe Online. So now I'm feeling like, what was the point of all this anyway?
Well, that's fine. I have AT&T, so I'll get it through that then.
Well, no, it's like a paid thing, though. Not just because you have AT&T or DirecTV or whatever, but it's like a whole other thing.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm not. Yeah, and I'll tell you, this is the most frustrating thing about that AT&T Time Warner. Okay, Time Warner, AT&T, owns both DirecTV and Cartoon Network.
Mm-hmm.
But the Adult Swim app will not recognize DirecTV Now. Recognizes DirecTV, but not DirecTV Now. So I can't see my Venture Brothers when the DVR messes it up. So I have no idea how last week's Venture Brothers ended. I have to wait 2 weeks for it to be unlocked so I can see it.
Oh, but back to Titans, because I have a lot to say.
You
have to say,
Charlie,
this is the BoJack for you.
Charlie, you need to find a sugar daddy like Lilith to buy you a subscription.
I wish.
What, Charlie to get a sugar daddy?
No, inboxes are open. My inbox is open. What's up?
All right, let's jump into this. All right.
Okay, Detroit. No. Detroit, and I bet you money they did not even bother to film in Detroit. Detroit needs money. Traverse City needs money. Okay? Flint needs money. Don't just say the location. Actually film there. They need it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. That was not Detroit. I know that wasn't Detroit.
And I wonder why just because they're like, oh, let's get a dark city, so they picked Detroit. But because I'm like, it's DC. They always go with like fictional cities. Why are all of a sudden they doing a real?
Are we trying to get like Justice League Detroit vibes as well, or what?
That's sort of what I figured that was like intentionally as reference to.
Plus, they filmed some of the DC stuff in Detroit, and
I guess.
I don't know, but then they didn't film this in Detroit. I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know.
But yeah, it opens. Yeah, because it opens up with Raven and
Rachel. Excuse me, Rachel.
Rachel, and she has a sorry, Jennifer Aniston. She opens up with
she's got that haircut.
she has the dream or the vision about the flying Graysons dying, and
okay, why is she named Rachel?
Because everybody needs a human name right now. We're not into the team.
But Raven is a real. That's like Doctor Strange. That's just her name. Raven's a legitimate girl's name.
Nobody has code names right now except for Robin.
It's weird. They haven't explained the whole thing yet. But I mean, she was living with a woman she thought was her mother, but I guess turned out wasn't her mother. So
much murder and mayhem.
For some reason, she might have been placed and given the name Rachel. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so in that case, then Beast Boy is going back to Garfield, right?
We only saw him at the end of the episode stealing stuff from Best Buy.
Yeah,
because if they go back, if they call him Garfield, he should make references to lasagna and not liking Mondays, just like they did with Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, I was gonna say BoJack.
But the only scene so far we got of him is that at the end of the episode he breaks into an electronics store. No, I think it was some knockoff. It wasn't Best Buy. It was some kind of
blue and yellow.
I thought it was somebody's electronics or something.
Commercial, the cereal box. So
but he breaks in. He breaks in as a tiger. Scares the security guard and steals video games.
Okay. What's a tongue twister? So we really have very little on. So really, all we got in this is Rachel.
Yeah.
Well, we got Starfire too,
and Dick Grayson.
How is Starfire?
We don't know and she doesn't know. I hate it.
It almost seems like she woke up with amnesia, so I don't know.
I don't think she woke up in amnesia. I think she woke up in somebody's body.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Are they going to play like her race as like they take over others' bodies, or because she wakes up in the middle of a car wreck and she's like, who am I?
She's got like mad money.
She has an ID or a passport or something that says Corianders. Yeah.
Oh, Coriander, huh?
Yeah, so there's really nothing to tie her to Starfire except like at the end, those guys threaten. She gets shot by that guy. She goes nuclear and almost looks like Human Torch style, like fries these people and doesn't.
I was gonna say that was a Firestorm reusable scene, if you ask me.
Yeah, the only thing to point to Starfire is when she did it, her eyes glowed green. Yeah.
So she doesn't say she's Star, the Fire, the Live, the White.
Not yet.
No. She doesn't seem to remember. Yeah, no.
Oh, that's too bad.
Constantine Kobar, though. I was like, Greg Berlanti.
Everyone's expecting me to do this part. Okay, so Dick Grayson is a detective in Detroit. He's been out of Gotham for a year. Robin, everyone. He shows up. He's following this. Well, what is it? At night, he's following this guy, I guess, who's accused of.
Well, not accused. The charges were just dismissed.
What? Is he? What was it? Was it abusing or molesting his child? So
abusing, like physical abuse. You saw that picture of her black.
Yeah. So I guess Dick Grayson has a thing about kids. So he tells this guy to what was it, like a drug deal or something? And he's like up on the roof. He's like, you all can put down the drugs and guns and walk away. I just want that guy. And he names him, and then he drops down in the car.
And then they were like, wait, where's Batman?
I know. Then he's standing there all like, where's Batman? Then he proceeds to kick all their butts pretty violently.
They were like, he's alone. Get him. I was like, no.
And he cuts the guys after he breaks the car window and cuts his face on the glass, and then he tells him, if you ever touch your kid again, blah blah blah. And then as he's walking away, he's like, F Batman. Because the thugs were like, where's Batman? And he was like, F Batman.
Was it different from the trailer to you? Because he kind of whispers it. It's an afterthought. Whereas they made it seem more of a big deal.
Maybe a little bit. Yeah.
Well, maybe after the fan reaction, they used another cut of it,
Maybe.
And they might have done a trailer cut to emphasize it. but they always intended to use the more subtle cut, because that's how it goes.
Blew up in everybody's face. So,
but then after Rachel's mother is killed by some guy, she runs away and ends up in Detroit and ends up with Dick Grayson. But then she's taken out of the police station by, I guess, the guy who killed her quote unquote mother. And then he takes her to some room where, I don't know, the darkness or whatever's inside her kills him.
Her demon, her literal inner demon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Well, you gotta play nice
teenage angst, baby, Buffy style.
I mean, I'm willing to give the show a chance. I mean, it would be decent, but I don't know if it doesn't scream Titans to me, but it's...
The effects are god.
Yeah, I was worried about that. Like I said, it just seems like, I don't know. I don't know why they're trying to build it around Raven and Robin. I really don't
have Cyborg and Beast Boy.
Well, they have Beast Boy.
Like I said, Cyborg and Beast Boy. They don't have that bromance to play on. But we get Hawk and Dove next episode. I
mean, with Raven, you kind of have to go dark, but with everything else, I'm like, why? Again,
why is she so young if everybody's so old, though?
Yeah, the age discrepancies seem to be so weird.
Yeah, and like, why is Dick Grayson's like 30 now, right? Or something like that. He's in his
mid-20s, I would assume.
I was going to say earlier.
He's a police detective. It takes a lot of work.
Detective. He could have been a hard-boiled, nose to the grindstone guy and worked his way up through the ranks. Plus, he transferred from Gotham.
I'd say somewhere in his 20s.
So Daddy Wayne pulled some strings.
No, I don't think so. He's got a real issue with Bruce at this point.
Oh, no kidding. But that was my thing. Like when he goes after that guy, he has like the big briefcase with his Robin costume in it that has like a thumb fingerprint lock and like a retina scan to open it. I'm like, isn't that scream Wayne tech to you? If you're gonna like separate yourself from Batman, aren't you gonna go more low tech? I think they took that from when Roy robbed Oliver, though. Maybe. I thought that they took that plot point. But I'm thinking that's got to be Wayne tech, and if you have that, aren't you? If you want to get away from Bruce, aren't you? Bruce. There's got to be a tracker in that thing. Come on. But they don't want him in Detroit, and I thought that was a very interesting thing that they're going for. Oh yeah, because there's like security cam footage of him beating the crap out of these guys, and that's another thing. I don't like they're like, oh, he's a psychomaniac, and I'm like, that's not Robin. If that was Batman, but it's association, guilt by association, though. I guess, yeah. But Robin's supposed to be the bright, especially Dick Grayson's supposed to be the brighter one. I know. Like I said,
and he's getting Batman-y,
Yeah, that's not Dick Grayson. I mean, if this was Jason Todd, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's obviously they're using blends of all the Robins. It seems like for this particular.
Yeah, but they're bringing in Jason Todd in like a couple episodes.
Yeah, well, you have to make him likable because Jason's so
yeah.
So are they going to have like two Robins in this Teen Titans? Is that how they're going to replace Cyborg?
He's been away from Robins. Well, he's been away from Batman for years. So, like in the comic, Batman's just going to go out and get himself a new Robin. So then, in all fairness, Jason did just show up and did dye his red hair black to get what Bruce likes. I'm just saying. Well oh, jeez. I was going to say, depending on what version, Jason's trying to steal the tires off the Batmobile. Smart move. That's the one that's my least favorite. Especially of Random Outlaws.
What I love about the original Jason Todd stealing the tires off the Batmobile is that the tires on the Batmobile are that easy to steal. It's just your classic Bruce Wayne is not a clever man. They did explain. Well, no, supposedly the Batmobile has all these security things, but like a decade or two later, there was some story where another writer was like, "Oh yeah, for some reason he didn't have the security system on that night, or it was in the middle being fixed or something." I'm surprised he didn't just say, "But of course, because I'm Batman, I knew that Jason Todd was going to steal the tires. I've been following Jason Todd for years, and that's why I was initially negative to him because I knew that would make him want to be a Robin more, and I could fix him with my bat brilliance." I think it would just have been funny if Jason would have tried to steal the tires and he would have got like shocked and like knocked out for a couple minutes. He's just laying there in a pool of his own urine because he got shot. There's a deeper question in that whole thing, which is like, where's he going to sell Batmobile tires? I got to think these are special order. I don't think they're going to fit just any. He was going to track them down to who made them and figure it out, damn it. He was going to put them up on He was going to pull, what was that, what's his face from Dark Knight Rises?
I just surmised it all.
He was gonna put them on eBay. Genuine Batmobile tires. They're collector's
items. You know what? Not for nothing. It is pretty obvious it's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, everybody just goes along with it. They're like, every now and then he gives a couple of, million to the orphanage and we just let it go.
You know what? Gotham is a rough city. Yeah, it's the same way Detroit looks the other way anytime Michael Ilitch did anything a little untoward.
I know. I mean, I think everyone's like, oh yeah, it's Bruce Wayne.
And move the whole theater across town. Just classic supervillain stuff.
I mean,
for the Tiger Stadium.
I mean, everyone knows how big and muscular Batman is, but meanwhile, this millionaire is like, 250 pounds of solid muscle. Okay.
Well, but maybe he wears the loose-fitting suits that he borrows from Clark Kent.
He's got a pair of Clark Kent's glasses, but they're invisible. That hypnotizes people to forget.
No, that's he just uses drugs, baby.
Yeah. No.
Anyway, I'm curious to see where Titans goes, but I don't think I can watch it on a week-to-week basis. This is a show that needs to be binged because there's so many plot holes and liberties.
Yeah, I think that's. I don't know. I was thinking about this, but especially this series and the movies, I think DC's problem is what Marvel's getting right is they need to get closer to the source material.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, what you need to... Well, and here's the thing, because you can't say the MCU is anywhere near the source material.
I'd say it's closer than a lot of DC stuff, though.
It's closer in character, not in story.
Okay, yeah, okay. Well, that's what I'm talking about.
That's the main problem. Why aren't we doing Superman? Because they effed the character and they don't know how to fix it, so they're not trying to deal with it. I mean,
you give me an original story, yeah, but just give me characters closer to the source material.
But the thing is, when everyone talks about, they got to get closer to the source material, there's a portion of people that say, that means they want a costume that looks just like the book. That means they want, the origin story. They want a gamma bomb. And one thing you got to say is a gamma bomb is a gamma bomb. It's not gonna play 50 freaking years after a gamma bomb first exploded, and 40 years after we stopped doing above ground nuclear testing.
Yeah, but in the case of Starfire, give me something that's even slightly resembles the character.
Well, yeah. Purple dress.
I mean, yeah, I don't care. It's an African American actress. I don't care if the skin's not even a golden. I don't care. How about an outfit? An outfit, maybe hair that looks more natural and maybe speak in the speech patterns of the character.
I mean, it might be coming, but like I said, it's just so many liberties at this point. If you are an actual fan, it's tough to swallow, but you're gonna stick around. Obviously, just to see how bad this ship sinks.
Yeah.
DC fans hate watch. Arrow is making it into its 7th season, so
fight me, nerd.
Anyway, let's talk about something good, Phil. What else is on the agenda?
All right. Well, earlier in the week, you and I discussed the Flash season premiere, but Mr. Esser, you said you watched it, right?
As I said at the time, I was half watching it, and I did half watch it, and of course, and so my big theory is that Baby Flash, I forget her name.
XS, Nora.
Her name is Baby
One
Flash.
of the 8 Noras in the Arrowverse.
Yeah, because she's not a kid Flash, she's a baby Flash.
She's of the loins Flash.
Hey now.
And I don't think she actually is. I think she is some kind of Skrull-like time travel, some kind of Skrull sent to infiltrate Barry's life.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
Obviously, when you say, I'm a time traveler from the future, man, it's like there's no way to verify that.
Well, actually, he can run to the future. He could actually verify it.
Well, Cisco.
Wait a minute.
I was gonna what?
Wait.
He went to the future where she would be 4 years old before, though. I guess that was a different timeline. Never mind.
Yeah, but couldn't the timeline have changed though?
Well, yeah. Yes.
Oh wait! Wasn't that the future he ran to? Wasn't that when Iris died? Once they saved Iris, that changed that whole timeline now.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
we were on the 90th timeline version.
Yeah,
but I mean, speaking the Charlie's version, like you said, he was in and out. Wasn't Cisco and Caitlin doing tests on her? Didn't they confirm she was she had the Barry power set?
Didn't that pass for Eobor Thawne too, though?
Yeah,
maybe. That's what I was saying. If nothing, maybe she's Reverse Flash's kid. Yeah.
No, maybe she's Reverse Flash. Remember, in that crossover, he said, "You never know what face I'll be wearing next."
Oh, there you go. Man.
That would be my everything, and I would take every bad thing I said back about the Flash. But we know.
Okay, I think Lilith is right. Get that drop, Phil. Get that drop.
Lilith's like, get that drop.
I think Lilith is right. I think that this is probably whatever you said, Eobard Thawne or bad guy Flash.
One of the reverse Flashes, just one of them.
It's the bad guy dude, and the bad guy dude has turned into the one person you would not think to be a threat. Your little baby daughter. Oh, I'm so cute. I'm your baby daughter. Now let me just stab you in the gut.
Vibrating hand intensifies.
Exactly. You know, and I think that is, and the reason I think that is because she's a time traveler, and like the first time we see her, she's like, "Oh, I'm all Heidi, time traveler," but then she's like, "I'm a time traveler. I'm from your future. Here's all the spoilers, yada yada." Which any person who's lived in who lives from the future and knows they could easily be erased is not going to do that.
Especially if she still had Vibe and Caitlin in her life, even despite her dad dying, which it seems like she did because she does grow up supposedly to be a superhero. So
yeah, and it's like if she, and I get the idea, oh, I didn't have my father in my life, this is my one chance to reconnect with him. It's like, okay, and I get maybe the idea, well, maybe I want to save him so he doesn't disappear from my life, but at the same time, you're going to want to be careful with...
Oh, yeah, you could erase yourself from the timeline, yeah.
Or your twin brother. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, maybe that's her plot. Maybe she is the evil twin.
I thought. Yeah, I think she erased
the evil
down.
twin, and if that zygote don't split, you must have quit.
I know
Tristan.
the hip language the kids use these days.
The word of the day today, children, is zygote. Did you guess it?
Lilith will fix it, because Lilith fixes everything. No, the blue ones. Right there in front of the TV.
But I mean, like Charlie was even saying, maybe they just went with excess instead of Dawn and Dawn, because what maniac would name their kids, D-O-N and D-A-W? Oh, they're gonna watch on this show. People are dislike that character.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I definitely think she's gonna be evil. I think much like Cookie Cat, she was evil the whole time.
Or is she evil? Or I was thinking, is she gonna like sacrifice herself to save everybody and die like by the end of the season or something?
I like that they're giving us inklings of crisis. Like, I know that the CW doesn't have the balls to do a full on crisis, but if Flash doesn't end, if it goes to 10th season and it doesn't end with him having to go back and be the lightning that struck him, I don't even know where we're doing.
Oh,
and they can kiss my butt.
Yes, well, I can say she is a woman of color, so if she does kiss a girl, she will definitely sacrifice herself by the end of the season.
Have you not watched the CW show before?
I was playing with
all about.
the trope of the female, the person of color, the LGBTQ character gets to nobly sacrifice themselves.
Hashtag feminism.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore because of what happened on the 100.
Oh,
like, it's a whole bit to do, so like the CW has strayed away from that.
So they got burned and learned their lessons. So that's good. There's growth.
I just wonder.
The entertainment industry.
I just wondered, the whole time travel thing. If she sacrifices herself and dies, and then are they going to be like, well, should we have a kid now? Because if we did,
well, they have to.
I guess, but if we don't, then she doesn't have to go through the pain of dying and living without her father. I don't know.
Yeah,
time travel. That's not Legends time travel. It sucks, man.
And
they kept bringing up Legends, and like I love people as much as the next person, but Legends ain't gonna fix everything for you.
At least they did mention them this episode.
Yeah. That was nice since Legends is coming back, right? Is it already back and they've missed it already?
No, it comes back. I have it right here. It is Monday, October 22nd after Arrow. Yes.
I'm like
another whole week, really?
Yeah, because this week, Supergirl premieres tomorrow, and then Arrow premieres Monday. So, and then Legends is the week after.
And don't forget Black Lightning after Flash.
Oh, how is Black Lightning? I was actually going to watch it, but Tristan said he didn't want
the season 2 premiere is pretty cool. I highly suggest you guys check it out.
Mhm.
I think season 2 has the potential to be better than season 1. Just a reminder, season 1 is on Netflix. Binge it if you haven't seen it. It's only like 16 episodes or 13 episodes, so it's not a lot to get through.
Should we spoil anything of that for Mr. Esser?
No, let him watch it. It's
Okay.
so
Okay.
Oh,
I'm not a guy who worries about spoilers. You guys should know that about me now. I've never.
But like sometimes you just need to experience it.
we don't want to tell him who discovers Black Lightning's identity.
No.
Okay.
Well, that's fine. Yeah, the only time I ever got mad at a spoiler wasn't that I was spoiled. It was what they spoiled, which is when they said that Volstagg died in spoiler. Volstagg dies like right away in Ragnarok, and it's in ignominy.
It's over a year old. You're okay. No need.
Yeah, but it was
That's the 20-year rule.
mad about that. I'm still mad about it.
Oh, Phil, did you catch up on The Gifted?
Yeah. I just watched this week's episode tonight. Yeah.
I think it's getting juicy and it has potential to be better than what it is.
Did you catch what they did with the baby's name though this week?
What was it?
Oh shit! What did she say? She named the baby Dawn, and he was like, "Yo, you know what that is in Spanish, right?" And she said Aurora.
Oh, nice.
Oh, we're getting
So I'm assuming
Polaris had talked about that.
So Polaris gave birth to Aurora of Alpha Flight. Is that what we're doing here?
Remember they teased that back in season 1 when they were like, "What do you want to do them?" So that's nice that they followed through. Hold on.
But then where's North Star? Did they have twins?
No, she only had one baby, as far as I know. Oh Lord, she's talking to her man. Yeah, no, as far as I know, she only had one baby, so I don't know what they're doing there. Oh, Polaris isn't her mother, so they're like contemporaries in the comics.
Oh, come on. Okay. Look, that is the Maximoff lineage. Who knows who's anyone's parents is anymore?
So Aurora's now Magneto's grandbaby. I guess
it's bananas.
Because Polaris is now Magneto's baby again. After they said no, Wanda.
Well, now the Fox deal. Oh yeah, I was gonna say Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch are gonna be two once this Fox deal.
No, only Quicksilver. Oh yeah, that's right. They can actually be brother and sister.
Once the deal's finalized,
they can be together in that nice incestuous way, like the Lannisters.
Don't you ultimates them, Lilith.
Or
don't you speak that ultimate word.
Like Cheryl and Jason on Riverdale, and in the real Archie comics too.
Let it go.
Wait.
Enough with your incestuous porn.
Wait. I'm sorry, Cheryl.
Team and Dean belong together. What's up, Super?
Wait. Cheryl Blossom is dating her brother? What?
In the actual comic books, when they rebooted it, Jason and Cheryl actually were implied to have incestuous relations.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they hinted at it in the Riverdale TV show, but his character died at the beginning, and it's what sets off season 1.
What is this? Dangerous Liaisons?
Pretty much. It was, dude, the first season of Riverdale is like Gossip Girl meets Scooby-Doo. And if you're not into that, I don't know what to tell you.
And here's the thing. To be fair, in Dangerous Liaisons, they were just cousins, okay? And that was totally cool.
Oh, cousins can date?
I thought you meant the one with Sarah Michelle Gellar where it's
No, I know. That wasn't called Dangerous Liaisons, and I couldn't remember the name of it.
It was based on Dangerous Liaisons.
Yes, I know. Yeah, but what I'm saying is everyone wants to, when they do the remakes of Dangerous Liaisons, they always want to play up that incest thing. Like, no.
Not for nothing in Europe. First cousins can totally legally get married. In some states in the U.S. still, first cousins can get married.
Yeah, and actually, to be honest with you, the actual risk of genetic abnormality among a first cousin is not particularly greater than of a perfect stranger.
Unless both of your parents are twins. Boom!
Well, yeah, Abby, because then you're dealing with Petty Duke syndrome, where you have identical cousins.
Unless it's just your
Which, funny fact, I hope they bring it up because Cole Sprouse, who plays Jughead, has a twin brother, and I've been waiting on it. I need that to happen. I was like, is that the only reason they cast him? I feel like that's the only reason they cast him.
Hey, just out of curiosity, has anyone else watched The Good Place?
I have, but I'm not caught up on season 2 yet. I want to get 6 episodes in.
Man, because I just found out it came back, so I just watched the first 3 episodes last night, and I was like, oh, this is so great. Especially there's a thing they do with Tahani because as you know from that, they're all back on Earth.
Yep.
And basically, there's such a great way that they handle someone who is like the real life soulmate of Tahani. That is just like, oh, that is so perfect, and it makes so much sense. And it is such a thing that Marvel fans are going to go, yes, that is perfect. So maybe not for you, but if you're a fan of Marvel, you're going to be like, oh, that is so awesome.
Unless it's Rogue and Gambit, I don't care.
No. Okay, yeah, no. Well, it's not Rogue and Gambit, but it works out perfectly, and I just and the way the first 3 episode arc is brilliant, and I am like just chomping at the bit for episode 4. It's just
quick question: have Eleanor and Chidi kissed yet? That's all I need to know.
Because the end of season 2 had her going to So I was like,
well, you gotta remember they're rebooted. Yeah, they're rebooted,
but she's found her way back to them. So
she found her way back to them, okay. I don't want to spoil it because you might worry about spoiling.
It's something Charlie Esser would like. Let me just it's something you might like. Actually,
they have not kissed yet. There's a very good reason they haven't kissed, and they do hang a hat on it to make the point that the romantic relationship is not what is important between them. It is that camaraderie between them that builds them to be better people. It is the fact that they can find a way to be.
That's a refreshing change, then. Honestly.
Oh no! Honestly, it is so brilliant the way they had. And oh man, I gotta look it up.
We can talk about it next week.
Okay. I think there's a character who in this who I think was on Doctor Who. I have to go back and double check, but I really love that she is in it, and it's just really cool the way that they have the story progress. It is brilliant, and everything makes so much sense. And Fremulan's great. That's all I can say. Fremulan makes great TV.
Speaking of Doctor Who, did you watch? Did you do anything special for it? Did you go to? Some people went to the movie theaters to see it. Some people just stayed at home and watched it on the big screen.
Funny that we can say the big screen is the TV now. Although, as I said many years ago, this is like as big of a screen as you can get because it's all about how close you put it to your face.
Perspective.
So it's like, wow, man, that is like I can just see everything on the Dalek. I did see it. It is neat. It is good. I like her. I like the fact that the guy still can't ride a bike. I thought that is just like the most brilliant thing to take. Although it kind of sits with me a little weird because like the last time I think they had an African American lead companion. Yeah, he was also kind of an incompetent, and it's just. And I guess maybe there's this idea. I think the idea is that because they are always these very typical.
Oh no, Martha.
Yes, I say, wasn't there?
I said male. I said male. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and it was just an interesting. But I like the fact that he gets back on the bike. As anyone tells you, you fall off the bike, you got to get right back on. And he gets right back on the bike, and I like the fact that the bike is sort of the thing that starts the whole wacky misadventure. And yeah, I really enjoyed it.
As did like a crap ton of millions upon millions did too. I'm so happy for it because you know how some fanboys are. I guess they don't put their money where their mouth is. Everybody outraged.
The problem for fanboys are. The reason why fanboys get so mad is because they're completists. And they can't not watch. It's like if tomorrow they decided, let's play up the fact, let's play up an idea that Bucky and Cap, one night in a foxhole, had that special moment. And we're going to do an arc about that special moment that Bucky and Cap had that one night in Normandy in 1948 or something. And the fanboys would be mad, but they'd still have to buy because they still have to buy. They're still buying when they're letting a black guy write it now, and so.
To be fair, at least he's a very talented writer. He's
an amazing writer. He's right up there with David F. Walker, one of the great comic book writers of American literature today.
Fanboys.
I'm glad I stopped being a fangirl because I've stopped being a completist. I only honestly buy arcs that I'm interested in now.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, you can't.
DC broke me. It broke me.
There's just too much stuff. I've had to break myself for that.
Mm-hmm.
So Luca can go to college.
Oh, listen, you and your garage full of automobiles.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I mean that you can still be a fanboy or a fangirl. You just have to be about your one thing, whether it's Fantastic Four or Captain America or, and there are people, if you stuck with it through the worst times, then you're a fan. Then you're a fanboy or you're a fangirl. You can say, no, man, I was
secretly,
there.
I still have all the Superman stuff.
I was there.
All right. I want to get to some news, but before we do that, doesn't it look like Charlie has like giant, like purple earrings on?
It does.
Yes.
It's so Charlie. Charlie had earrings, those are what he would wear.
We couldn't find them, so.
Connected to the nipple.
Hey, Black Widow movie?
I was going to say.
So what is going on with this Black Widow movie? So is
15 million reasons Scarlett Johansson got to make a Black Widow movie.
Is it too late for a Black Widow movie? Nobody cares about ScarJo anymore. Especially after all the debacles that she's had. I think that's the point they're trying to make.
Lilith, I think you are sorely mistaken.
Well, she's a DC.
Okay.
Well, she's DC.
Well, no, I mean, I used to like Scarlett Johansson, but...
Oh. Well, here's the thing. Here's what I'll say about Scarlett Johansson.
Well, I think...
she's playing a white person. And she is spot on to play a white person.
The hell you say?
There's not anyone who you can say she's not appropriating anything here.
Okay.
Well, I think even Russians are like, yeah, she's fine. She looks Russian now.
Well, I think with the Captain Marvel movie now, they're doubling down on their female characters. I mean, you have Captain Marvel. Now they're giving Scarlett Johansson a solo Black Widow movie. They're going to be doing that series with Scarlet Witch. So I think they've doubled down and committed to
Well, that's good. We'll see how that Black Widow movie works out for everybody. I don't think a lot of people are interested in it anymore. I think it's a little too late. Too little, too late. Especially with Captain Marvel coming out because Danvers Core is real, son.
Oh yeah.
Unless she gets hooked up with Bucky, nobody cares. Unless they do that arc, that's the only way. Anybody
first off, they might.
Oh, please! They'll put in one Scarlett Johansson shower scene. That movie will do well.
Yeah, I mean, this is from the woman who said, "Oh, Aquaman will do fine so long as
Momoa
mayonnaise never puts on his shirt." Yeah.
Oh, burn!
What? I can call a turd a turd. I don't think Marvel fanboys can. I'm just saying.
Oh well, no. Well, exactly. We can't. And so, and
even
to be
when
fair,
they suck. So
actually, no. We
were tired of ScarJo, so we'll just see. I personally, from what I've seen and heard, I think people are tired of her, and I think that Marvel jumped in this bandwagon a little too late.
Yeah. Well, I guess what I would say is,
I agree.
First of all,
I agree. They should have done it earlier. Yeah.
Although we did judge it. But what I'm going to say is I don't think they're going to judge Scarlett Johansson by Scarlett Johansson. They're going to judge her by Natasha Romanoff. They're going to say, oh, is this a good Natasha Romanoff story? Is this a good story to watch for this character? In that situation, they're going to say, oh, this was a good film, and I liked it, and I might want to see more of them.
Okay.
So do we think it? So what does everyone think? Is this going to be a prequel movie? Is this going to be set current day?
Well,
what's the word for a post-quel? I don't think it's a prequel at all.
If it's not, that's a big, huge spoiler that she survives the next Avengers movie.
Of course, they all survive.
I know.
Spoiler.
Yeah, well, I didn't think maybe those early,
Quicksilver comes back in the next movie. Okay,
that's right. The one who died was a Skrull.
No, well. No, probably. I just think that they're going to be able to...
Everybody's secretly a Skrull.
Secret invasion, buddy.
No Skrull. I told you the Skrulls are the good guys of Captain Marvel. You watch.
We'll see.
They're going to have an uneasy truce at the end.
That's why Captain
Marvel... They're going to realize the real threat are these crazy blue, Kree
Nazis.
Kree Nazi Smurfs. That's... Don't trust the Kree Nazis.
Kree Nazi Smurf.
And you know what? $5 they're going to mention about how pinks are oppressed on
maybe. Yeah. Holla.
Because they'll keep on calling her Pinky or something like that. Oh, you're not bad for a pink,
They come from Holla. It's set in the 90s, that Captain Marvel movie. How much you want to bet someone says, holla at your girl?
Oh, yeah. That's the real reason she punched that old lady.
I would punch an old lady.
Oh, you would punch an old lady for a
cookie, yeah.
For a drink. Anyway, in other Marvel news, did everybody see...
Goodbye, Iron Fist!
Coming as no surprise to anyone, there's going to be no more seasons of Iron Fist.
Yeah, I heard Disney was actually going to pick it up. It's just not on Netflix.
Well, yeah, it's definitely done on Netflix. Who knows what they'll do
does that mean
elsewhere.
everybody goes bye-bye? Because now we can't have Defenders without...
Well, I don't know. I saw another article that says they already said, oh yeah, he'll still appear on other Marvel shows, so...
Which what he should have been anyway.
Are the other three going to keep going then?
Okay, yeah. Well, no, I mean, to be perfectly honest, this is sort of what everyone had kind of expected. Iron Fist has never been that popular of a character.
Well, maybe
they throw the white guy a bone.
Maybe this is like the first step. Maybe, I mean, who knows if we'll get into Luke Cage, and we should get another season of Luke Cage, but maybe they're just going to go the heroes for hire route and have one show with both of them.
I think that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, I think that's a very
at it with the Luke Cage episode where he was stopped by for a while, and people seem to really receive him well around Luke Cage. So
yeah, I think. Well, yeah, of course, that is literally what that character does. That is literally his selling point. He is Luke Cage's Kato.
I was going to say he's the Kramer.
He's not.
Now.
No, it's not to say that he's not a hero in his own right. It's just to say he's the
not
Rock.
by himself.
Yeah.
We can't stomach you by yourself. We need a buffer.
Wasn't that the whole point in the 70s? Neither one of their books. Well, I mean, I guess neither one of their books was doing the numbers they wanted. So they threw.
Well, with certain reasons about Luke Cage, but
well, yeah, but
Sweet Christmas.
Hey, we're all gonna get sweet Christmas sweaters for Christmas. Spoiler alert.
Yes.
I thought we were gonna get Time on Capes and Lunatics, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt.
No, that's what my boyfriend's getting.
Let's not get into what your boyfriend's getting for Christmas.
Someone got promoted to boyfriend already?
Oh! Breaking news! I need a stinger. Breaking news!
Man.
Yes. Anyway, moving along.
Did he co-sign for that? Did he co-sign for that car?
No, all those dick pics out of my DMs, please. Thanks.
Okay.
Friendly reminder. Anyway, what else you got for us?
So what the heck? So they're making a Secret Six TV show for CBS.
Did you mean 60 Minutes?
No, Secret Six.
60-minute sequel?
Wait, okay. So they're going. So this is news to me. So they're doing a Secret Six.
Is Gail Simone writing?
And then Tim Gunn is going over to Suicide Squad.
James Gunn.
Weird to me about that is
Tim Gunn. Wait a minute.
James Gunn, the straight one. Yeah, is going to. Yeah, Suicide Squad.
Okay.
As far as we know.
Okay, but here's what I'm going to say. Secret Six, they did grow out of the Suicide Squad, didn't they? It was like the Suicide Squad, then they all got away, but they stayed together for some other purposes. Became sort of a villains for hire kind of group. Am I wrong on that backstory?
Something like that. I think my big question is why CBS? Because I mean, Supergirl didn't last more than one season there. Why are you throwing? Why is DC allowing
CBS,
this?
We were supposed to be having Secret Six on Arrow instead of Suicide Squad. What is going on around here?
They're a mess.
So the reason why, the reason why is because obviously CBS really wants to get in on the superhero game.
You mean young people in general?
Well, yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah,
so
especially with Big Bangs.
Well, Les is actually gone. Let's not even get into that whole conspiracy. But this actually kind of makes sense because he's been the one that's been very resistant to change, and he was very lockstep with the guy that was the head of Viacom. They had those dealings and understandings. So this actually makes sense. Maybe this is what's been holding CBS back this whole time.
Yeah. Guy's name was Moonvest, and that just.
But also, when you think about it, none of their shows that they have on the CW do well. They're just, I mean, I think Jane the Virgin they own, and that's still like it's very low rated, but it's critically praised, so that's why it stays around. But all their other shows are just bad.
But is it low rated or is it low rated for CW?
low rated for CW. Like I'm talking 0.3s in the demo.
But it gets the critically praised. And they do
like Jane the Virgin won like an Emmy or something like that. A Critics' Choice Award. One of those meaningless pat me on the back, I'm an actor awards.
Well,
I don't care.
Now that we're discussing this, do you think maybe they're throwing Secret Six to CBS, hoping to pick up that audience that likes like that David Boreanaz show and all those Navy SEAL shows? And
it does actually
really bland procedural, won't it?
Well, you know what? Well, no, it's a procedural.
It's the new A-Team. There we go.
It's going to be like the government strike force that no one knows about.
Secret Six is not a government strike force.
Well, for once the TV show gets a hold of it.
Once it gets on the CBS, everything the government strike force.
Just wait.
Yeah, but then it's just Suicide Squad. No,
CBS.
No, I think you had it right when you said it's a superhero A-Team. Yeah, they're the worst of the worst, but they will help you out if you can find them and you can afford them. Maybe you can hire the Secret Six.
Don't make stuff out of scrap metal.
Write 2 scripts, I'm gonna be pissed. The pilot and the finale, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm just throwing it out there.
The fool who does not believe I broke the Batman.
Oh Lord, if their Deadshot says that, Bane.
No, Bane.
Bane, yeah.
Bane.
But think about this. This could be a big deal and a changing thing for CBS. Like I don't know if you guys are familiar with the TV show Moonlight. It had the guy that's from Hawaii Five-0, Alex McLaughlin. It was like a vampire show.
No, you mean Nick Night.
No,
Forever Night.
That's Forever Night.
It was Moonlight. It was like from 2011 or something.
Was it one set in Toronto?
No,
that was Forever Night, dude.
Yeah. This is very, very recent for CBS. I'm talking about 2011, 2012. And it's the guy from the remake of Hawaii Five-0. And it had one season, and I really felt like they were trying to get the young people, but then they just kind of canceled it, even though it did okay. And it did excellent in the summer reruns that next year on the CW. And a matter of fact, it's on the CWC too. So I feel like they do want to get into this youth market, finally. But is it too little too late?
Well, it's never too little too late to get into the youth market, Lilith. That's the point. Is they keep on making more.
Once you brand yourself as the old people network, which has been literally my whole life. So,
yeah, but eventually those old people.
I know, but Lilith, I have bad news for you. You're not one of the young people anymore.
I'm still in the targeted demo for quite a few years.
Lilith, I was in that targeted demographic once too.
And you squandered it. I'm not squandering it. I got some left, and I'm gonna wring it out.
You old farts.
I know, but my point is that yes, it is this channel for old people, but all it takes is one block.
They couldn't even keep up the TGIF lineup when they switched from ADC to CBS of Full House. No, not Full House. Step by Step. Family Matters, and it was like a couple of those other ones that were still doing well. It crashed and burned. So I just don't trust CBS.
Okay. Well, and that's fair. You have your, like all old people, you have these preconceived visions of what a company is and what it can do, and you're not going to change it because that's who they were when you were young, and that's who they'll always be to you.
That's who CBS is always going to be.
All right, hold on. I have the perfect sound effect for this conversation.
All right, moving on. What else is on the agenda, Philip?
Let's see. Well, we kind of, someone already mentioned it, but I guess James Gunn is now writing for Suicide Squad 2.
I thought that Todd Stashwick was I heard that for a long time. That was an announcement a while ago. He's a friend of the podcast network.
Yeah, that was an announcement a while ago, and Rob, I think Rob said he even reached out to him and he hadn't heard anything back. So unless that changed or Gunn's being thrown into the mix,
I heard good things about what they were
Stashwick,
Yeah, he's like one of those guys that you see everywhere. Like he's been in Teen Wolf, he's been on Gotham, he's been in a lot of stuff, but he does a lot of behind the scenes stuff too, I guess, with like producing and stuff. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they can bring in Gunn to polish the script and then have Gunn direct it, and then Gunn takes all the credit.
I don't know. It's crazy how people are like. I was like, we don't need another Bendis, especially not in the movie/TV universes. Like, I can't.
So is Dave Bautista going to be in Suicide Squad 2?
He said he wanted to, and they apparently have a very special relationship.
Is he going to be Bane?
It's better than Tom Hardy's Bane.
Yeah, I think Bautista would make a fantastic Bane. I think that just right.
He has the actual build without having to shoot up all those steroids. So he's already shot up the steroids. So.
Batista versus Affleck, because of course Affleck now says he wants to be back as Batman.
Well, they don't want him. They can't afford it because he's just 40 days out of rehab. The insurance on it, unless he's going to pay that insurance out of his own pocket, studios will not let this happen. I'm just as a legal thing, they won't let it happen.
Yeah.
And weren't they planning for a soft reboot where they're going to go get like a young
somebody younger? I mean, we already have this weird Joker film. Like, what are you, DC? I don't know what you are.
They're having some time left. Well, although actually, here's the thing. Here's the thing, and this is where the cat. Because remember when we were talking about will Black Widow be a prequel or a postquel or a sequel or just a quill of its own quill all its own? Here's the thing. In Captain Marvel, we're doing all this de-aging technology. Like, every scene is going to have someone in it with de-age technology. So basically what they're doing with Captain Marvel is they're testing how much do we really need specific actors? And how long can we keep an actor in that role? They still have
to pay them, though, right?
Or
well, I mean, they can.
For their use of image.
Maybe they're thinking an actor's age doesn't matter. Like, if you get somebody, you're like, oh, they nailed that part, but they're a little older, you can use that CG to make them look younger.
As long as they're a well-established actor that has footage.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Downey Jr. and Lawrence Fishburne. Yeah. Lawrence Fishburne's been acting since he's 17 years old.
So you tell me Batman's going to look like Affleck from Mallrats?
Oh, no, not Mallrats.
Chasing Amy.
Keely. Or Daredevil. That's actually perfect Ben Affleck. That's peak Affleck. Before J-Lo.
Oh, Lord.
But after his little mini breakup with Matt Damon.
Where's my drop? Affleck can get it.
Yeah, no,
actually. I know where that thing's been. No thanks.
Daredevil's not that bad of a film, I'm going to say.
No, I like Daredevil. I like it. It's not a masterpiece, but it's
not a masterpiece.
For what it was, an early 2000 superhero Marvel film.
Like 2003. For 2003, yeah, it was.
Except for Colin Firth as Bullseye, the bane of my existence.
Irish Bullseye. Colin Farrell.
Did I say Firth?
You said Firth. I'm infecting you, Lilith.
Put down the quote. Put down.
Look alike.
Put down the quote unquote water bottle.
The first thing you go is actors' names. Like, Morgan Fitch. Morgan Freeman.
Have you heard an F-bomb or an S-bomb? This is water, not vodka. That's how you know the difference.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's just your advanced age, Lilith. Not
anything other. You know what? I'll take it. That's fine.
Yeah. Boy.
He lived a long and healthy life.
He's pretty brave when he's a couple thousand miles away, huh?
Look, you've grown into your curmudgeonliness. It's great.
I know. I've grown into
He's calling you a female esser now. Oh.
Well, it was only a matter of time, Philip. We spent so much time together.
Yeah. Hey, I welcome you, sister.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Lilith's youth.
Goodbye, pants. Hello, minivan.
Oh, the tyranny of pants must end.
Goodbye, that young girl. Goodbye, that young girl who fought the whole internet.
I still will.
Yeah, you can fight the internet at any age.
Bash him with your walker, Lilith. Do it.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, one last piece of news I had. So they cast Rosie Perez to play Renee Montoya in the Birds of Prey movie.
Okay, no offense. Like, I love me some Rosie, okay? Like, Fly Girl, to all her work in the Spike Lee movies.
But how old is
love her as a guest spot on The View.
But how old is she?
She's like 70.
De-aging
technology, man. They can do
like
anything with that. Or something.
Well, that's what bad hip. So
that's what I was thinking. Do they want an older Renee Montoya? Is she going to be like kind of like their Commissioner Gordon? Maybe.
Is she going to be?
Well, is she going to be the question? Because I assume.
Is she going to be a lesbian? Yeah, like
you can be an older lesbian, Lilith. There actually is not an age cutoff.
For movies, there are. Let's just be real. Hollywood is still Hollywood.
Hey, if nothing else, it explains why she never married and could be such a dedicated career gal.
Spinster alert.
Oh, unless they use that to bring Batwoman into the movies. Although no, she's gonna be on CW, so she can't be in a movie.
Well,
No, she can.
line is BS.
Well, that's the way DC acts a lot of the time. I mean,
We've
they did
already
it.
had Renee Montoya though on Gotham, and then
Yeah,
they
but she
disappeared, never to be
but
seen again.
One, she disappeared, and she hasn't been on the show
Some
in how
say
long.
they're still at the bottom of Gotham Bay.
And that show's coming. That show's going to do its last season soon. So,
But it's going to be a great season.
yeah, I think it's only going to be
gonna
like
be
10
bananas.
episodes. It's going to be nuts.
Shane West is Bane. Is my everything right now. Like, just don't mess it up.
And stay
They're
tuned.
going to bring back the egghead.
And stay tuned to Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks, because before Gotham starts, at some point, Lilith and I are going to cover all of No Man's Land.
No Man's Land, bro. Do you even Batman?
It's going to be like 19, 20 episodes. It's going to be wicked.
That'll be
Comic
great.
capers.
Okay, they're the actual comic book. I didn't know if you just meant like the.
Oh yeah. Oh, all the comic books, bro.
With
Okay.
the exception of a few of those loose, weird ties that they had.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, comic books. I need to talk comic books.
Okay, what comic book do you want to talk
Comic
about?
books today?
Got comics.
Oh, well, I will say the best Marvel book, Fight Me Nerds, Domino #7, as I mentioned on Wade's World.
Oh yes, I read that one.
Sexy fun times to be had for all. Gil at her peak quippiness. And the ladies just being BAMF and having fun.
Sexiness, supernatural stuff.
Morbius.
Mhm.
Vampires are
Morbius
great.
Hey, you gotta love Morbius just because he's getting work. And
And he had
The
the
man
The
needs
old
to
school
work.
a costume, too.
I was gonna say, Lilith mentioned it on Wade's World. Yeah, he got his funky '70s outfit on. Yeah,
Yeah, he's the funky
Those
Phantom man.
Blade can only be... Blade is very close behind, I feel. Like, I just feel like we need a resurgence of Blade. I love vampires. I hate that Twilight ruined vampires. We need to make vampires cool.
Make vampires great again.
Be fair, this whole the whole thing is clearly she's a vampire with her throne. Don't be hating on albinos, man.
I know.
It's not cool.
When's the
Not
last
cool.
time you saw a vampire with like the big spot over her eye?
Well, maybe it's a fashion statement. Maybe she's one of those people from Kiss. I don't know Kiss.
Or maybe it's a tattoo.
What's the guy with the...
Apparently, it is a tattoo, actually. So there you go.
Yeah.
It's not just vitiligo like it is in the Deadpool movie.
Oh, but you know what else came out this week? I don't know if it's the last issue or not, because I guess with whole Spider-Geddon throwing everything up in the air, but Ben Reilly, the Scarlet Spider #25.
Which was the lowest rated book on every website.
I love Ben Reilly.
I know, Lilith, settle down.
I love Ben Reilly.
Oh, that was an excellent Phil impersonation on my part.
That sound like you. Anyway,
It sounded like Gollum.
Which is exactly what he sounds like when he talks about Ben Reilly.
my precious, my precious. But no, I mean, a couple issues back, Death told Ben Reilly if he dies one more time, like his soul's so messed up, he's gonna go evil. Well, guess who died and came back? So guess who's probably going evil, because he stabbed Kane in the chest. He punched Mysterio's daughter through the middle, although she turned out to be a robot. So I guess Mysterio's building himself robot kids, which is kind of creepy.
No creepier than when Vision did it.
Yeah, but Vision's an
Or
artificial
Red
being,
Tornado.
so it makes sense for him to build an artificial kid.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
But did you see any of the ads for Spider-Geddon, Charlie? It looks like on one of the covers there's like two armies of Spider-Men fighting, and it looks like Ben Reilly might be on Otto's
On the
side.
bad guy Spider?
Good.
On
Maybe
Otto's
we
side.
can finally get rid of Ben Reilly for 2 or 3 years.
Wait,
I love
Otto's
Ben Reilly.
Otto is the good guy.
But yeah, it looks like
Don't kid yourself.
it looks like Ben's on Otto's side. So
Well, because
That's
maybe
your savior.
maybe like Dormammu, he does not comport to your mortal ideas of good and evil. For those of us who have kept the surly bonds of life, good, evil, black, white, these are simply words that the transient use to define themselves.
don't put Charlie's Otto in a jar.
Yeah.
Also, Immortal Hulk #7 was amazing.
Oh, versus the Avengers, yeah.
Yes! I was like, yes! The punch him up I've been waiting on.
Yeah. Yeah, you're taking away everything that I was going to talk about on Super
Super
Connectivity.
connectivity, yeah.
I should have done that. I should have done mine first, man.
I have
Shouldn't
enough
have eaten
DC
all that
stuff to
chicken.
talk about. It's okay.
So, Plastic
no,
Man
I
number
love.
5?
Wait, I'm sorry. Are we done? Okay, I was going to talk about it because it was a great book.
We could save it for Soup. We could save it for Soup.
No. Well, actually, because I wanted to talk about a connective tissue between it and Avengers, so we can actually talk about the books here, and then I can actually go into theories on superactivity, as I like to do.
What, this week's Avengers and Immortal Hulk?
Yeah, they're basically it's classic early Avengers between the two books, and I'll show you how it all ties together later.
So stay tuned for super connectivity for all that. Plus, I know we're going to talk Spider-Geddon number 1 because Otto was in that.
Oh,
Otto
good. I don't have to talk about it.
Oh, we'll talk about it.
But no, I mean, Immortal Hulk was fantastic. I love the references to the Devil Hulk, and because here's why I love the Devil Hulk, even though we see Banner's old man in the mirror. Devil Hulk was in the Hulk the whole time. Those of us who remember the Byrne Run, man, the Devil Hulk was the real big bad that the other Hulks had to fight. Had to keep under control. And I still wish we had more Clown Hulk, but life continues. That's gotta be the antidote, man. This is Clown Hulk's time to shine. Honka honka. It'll be great.
No, Joe Fixit.
Joe Fixit had his day. No, Clown Hulk was one of the...
Peter David loves the Grey Hulk. That's why he calls you a dumbass.
Well, but he created Clown Hulk too, and actually, because that was in one of my books published, I was talking about all the different Hulk, because there was where they go into Banner's Run, you see all the different possible Hulks. That's where they first introduced the Devil Hulk. And I wrote in, it's like, man, it would be great to see some of these other Hulks get out. Like we see Professor Hulk and Joe Fixit and Classic Hulk and all this kind of stuff. So I'd even love to see something with Clown Hulk. And because Hulk was doing the responses in that letter page and said, no Clown Hulk. Hulk is the only Hulk there is. I love when they let Dumb Hulk do the letters page. It was always fun. So see, it's not the first time John Byrne called me a dumbass. It's how we do. Me and him. We've been going back and forth for years now.
You just had a face to put to it. Oh my God! Did you see? Nobody can shut the hell up about Superman number 5, and I can't figure out why.
Number 4.
It is. What did it say?
5, you said. 4? Oh, about the whole thing what Superman said about Batman?
She just wants it over, Phil. She just wants it over.
No, sorry.
I'm not on a date with her. Anyway. But yeah, Superman 4, what? The whole thing what Superman said about Batman?
Yeah, I don't know, Twitter was just in a tizzy about it.
Well, it doesn't seem like a Superman thing to me for him to say. It was a flashback, Charlie. He was talking to his son, John, and he was saying, telling him, we have to watch our tempers and stuff. He's like, I want to kill Batman, every day, right?
Oh. No, that makes perfect sense to me.
But it's something that you say inside your head and not out loud.
Well, no, because what he's doing is he's explaining to his son and here's the thing. Here's why that's an important thing for him to tell to his son. Because he can literally kill Batman any day he wants to. Literally, the day he decides, you know what, Bruce, you've gone a little too far.
I don't know. That's kryptonite in his utility belt. He ain't happy to see you, Charlie Esser.
Kryptonite has never killed Superman. Let's just put this on the table.
Because Batman has shown restraint.
No, because you need a $5 lead box to put over Kryptonite, and now it is powerless against him. It is literally the worst weakness, because it makes him very weak, which means you can overpower Superman, but the second it's 50 feet away, it ceases all of its effect on him. Trust me.
Then we get the kryptonite that takes his powers away forever and murder him. No worries.
Yeah, okay. And
Superman is dumb.
Last I checked,
he kind of is.
Bruce Wayne can't afford gold kryptonite. If it even exists, even
Lex Luthor. What the heck you mean?
Are you trying to tell me Lex Luthor has gold kryptonite and has never used it?
He's waiting patiently. Don't you know that?
Did you read any of the Byrne era Superman? Lex sat there with a kryptonite ring and didn't kill Superman. He was just like, yeah, you can't come near me. Yeah. It was his version of giving him the finger. He's like, yeah, I got a kryptonite ring.
Yeah, which, would be great, except that I think heat vision goes farther than 50 feet.
Again, Superman is dumb. He could kill Batman or Lex with his heat vision.
Well, no, it's not that he's dumb. It's that he's showing restraint, and he has a son who has equal near godlike powers and is a child.
Yeah, but
He has to sort of. I have got to be as good of a father as my father was. Well, at the same time, I'm living in the superheroic world. When my father was teaching me right from wrong, he was doing it from a perspective of we're farmers and this is what we do. And yet, but here I am going in punching Darkseid every other weekend. I got to teach my kid that. Look, I know we want to punch people. I know, and I know Damian Wayne. You want to kill him? Throw him into a Lazarus pit just so you can kill him again. And he says, "Yeah, I want to kill Batman every single day because Batman is dangerous in a way that Superman really never has been. Because Batman actually plans for, well, if I had to take over the world, how would I have to do that?"
Oh, just because he's killed a couple.
Just because he's got a couple
kids killed, like Batman's a bad person.
And he's rich because he's rich.
First off, as we all know where Wayne Enterprises gets their money.
I know, child.
See, the Gotham. You brought back the Gotham bashing.
It's all orphan sashimi all the way down.
Oh, sashimi, not even rolled in the nice fancy sticky rice. Okay.
That's a Venture Brothers reference, man.
Lilith, I know you read this with a nice shiny cover. Red Hood.
The Outlaws, you bet
27.
Yep. With the crowbar on the cover.
Yeah, is that like a big Freudian thing? Now he's beating guys with a crowbar? Because he was beaten to death by a crowbar.
Titans, where Robin has his ashes and the crowbar that killed him in the trophy case. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, that's the Titans go. But I'm just saying, he's beating... For Jason to use it, to beat guys with a crowbar as he was beaten to death by the Joker.
He's got to get
wait. I'm sorry, did you just say in Titans, Robin
Teen Titans Go? Is what I meant.
Oh, yeah, if you look in the background, I forget what episode it was. Yeah, there's like there's Jason Todd's urn with his ashes and a crowbar sitting on it.
It was still bloody too.
Was it?
Yeah, it was still bloody.
Well, you don't want to clean that off. That's
evident.
Part of it.
How could Bruce clone himself another Robin if he doesn't have the DNA?
You mean Amanda Waller?
Well, either or.
Oh my God! 10 more issues until 1,000, and I can just let DC go. And
Detective.
And focus on my Archie. Focus on my Archie collection.
Did you read Detective 990?
I did. It was okay.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know. There's just something missing from Batman. It has been for a while.
Well, there's some kind of thing going on with Two-Face and Gordon, but we'll see how that goes.
And why do we care? Like, I don't know. On the periphery. I need my Batman front and center.
Well, I was just reading tonight, I guess, Tomasi's taken over was starting with 994 and I guess going right into 1,000.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, he's a pretty good writer.
There's that. Yeah, no. Yeah. I like Tomasi.
So this is Dent Two-Face, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And so he's doing something with Gordon. So is the Dent personality still active?
Oh, I don't know. They keep saying, "Oh, yeah, no, Dent's gone. It's only Two-Face." But it seems like he's blaming Gordon for something.
Two-Face and Dent is gone.
But they haven't explained it. But yeah, he's supposedly blaming Gordon for something.
But the art was gorgeous in this issue. Yeah. I thought.
But yeah, 1,000's coming.
Not so much with the art.
1,000's coming in 10 more issues. They're gonna milk the hell out of that more than they actually even did action.
Are they gonna have 1,000 covers? 100 covers?
Probably. I'm telling you, they're gonna do more with that than
they did for Superman too.
They're gonna do more. They're gonna do more than they did for action. I guarantee you. It's because it's Batman.
Although Superman came first, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, but the whole company is named after Detective Comics.
Detective Comics,
and it's,
I know.
And it's Batman. And it's Batman. They milk him more.
They used to have Superman in their title back in the day for a very brief time, but that time has come and gone, unfortunately.
Hey, Lilith, are you still reading Catwoman?
No.
No? Okay.
Like, every time I want to, I just can't.
It's a lot of the DCs this week. Well, they've been doing full covers, Charlie, for the same price. So.
Oh, okay. So, I see. There is a W on there.
Yeah, the W is purple. The rest of the thing is white now.
Is it good? Is she better now?
There's a thing. She went to visit her sister, who I guess just happens to be in the town she's in now. Because her sister's still catatonic.
Oh.
So did a lot of flashback stuff with her and her sister.
Was that a pun?
I mean, she is catatonic.
Not intentionally, but I guess so.
I guess the book wanted it to be. She's
catatonic.
No, hold on. You're right. No, Catwoman's sister is catatonic.
Oh, okay,
Thank you.
Did you read anything else good this week, Lil?
I thought that the Flash was pretty good this week.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know if you were still reading the Flash or not.
I occasionally pick it up if the cover catches my interest. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Yeah.
And then I'll have to make a mental note to go back and read the trade.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Flash comes and it goes. It has its good issues, and then it has its trash issues. It's more trash lately than good issues.
What do you think about all those different forces, like the strength force, and
I feel like that was a mandate from somebody's editor, and we'll see where. But much like the emotional the rainbow spectrum.
And did we get a heat wave story because Legends is coming back?
Of course, I kind of like that. That was cute.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a good story, but
somebody's got to plug Legends. The CW sure as hell doesn't.
Well, Flash kind of did this week
because Wally was there.
Yeah, true.
So they have like a strength force and like an invulnerability force and all that kind of thing now.
It's like it's not even like all physical. There's like a Sage force.
Oh, it's the powers of Shazam.
I wouldn't be surprised because there's a Shazam, there's a Shazam ongoing coming out soon. Yeah, so
it's all the powers of Shazam. He has all the forces. That's what made Shazam the Wizard so amazing. He got the forces. He got the strength force, the speed force, the sage force, the wisdom of Solomon, and the strength of Hercules.
You're not so clever, DC. The Marvel guy figured it out.
Well, not for nothing. I've been saying there should be a strength force and a invulnerability force for years now. In fact, I've actually often said that essentially, in the same way that the Hulk has that unlimited strength, that is the Thing's thing, is he has the unlimited invulnerability, where no matter how many times you beat him down, he just keeps getting back up. And that is his advantage over the Hulk, is that the Hulk will wear himself out eventually, because even though he has irresistible strength, the Thing has irresistible invulnerability. He is the immovable object. But of course, the Thing knows to step back, because if they ever did fully throw out, and the Hulk doesn't have enough wherewithal to pull himself back, they would destroy all of reality, because it would be the irresistible force meeting the immovable object.
I lost you after the Thing's thing.
Philip, you're such a 6-year-old.
Oh, sorry, Old Lady Hellfire. Oh, yeah, that's our new series, Old Lady Hellfire.
Well, you watch. The Thing is going to get married, and he will.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, because what is that? It's issue 5, and but they pushed back what issue? I sent you that thing. They pushed the issue 3 back for a little bit.
Yeah, so. They always do that.
Maybe to prepare for 5. I don't know.
What it is sometimes they write a story. I got to figure that sometimes they write a story and they're like, is that really the story we want to tell? And they're like, can we re-edit it? Can we rework the work we already have to make this into a different story? Can we write different word bubbles that doesn't make this look stupid? Because maybe we decided, we see where you were we saw where you were going, but now we really see where you're going, and we kind of say, well, we don't really want to go there now, so let's go somewhere else.
I just have to say that it was actually a good week for comics, at least the comics that I decided to read this week, and I'm kind of happy about it. It's been a while since I felt that way.
Oh, you actually did enjoy most of the comics?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I thought there was some decent stuff. And stay tuned for Super Connectivity, where we're going to discuss Hulk, Avengers, Spider-Geddon.
Let's just wrap it up then, so you boys can get on with your life.
Lilith has a whole life and a social calendar she needs to fulfill.
Oh, I know what Lilith's doing when we're done.
It's not all about that. That's just you.
Oh, you're Netflix and chilling. I know. Come on. All right.
They don't have porn on Netflix, Philip.
What?
They don't have porn on Netflix.
I didn't say it.
Hey, fun fact: you can stream Pornhub to your Chromecast. Just saying.
Yes, you can. Well, you can. Well, I mean, if you go to, you
can't. Not all of them do that.
Charlie, she don't need the porn. He's right there.
Yes. Well,
mood. What kind of animal are you, Philip?
I'm not saying you you wouldn't. I'm just saying it's not that, you know.
Have some decency, set a mood, bro.
I thought maybe you waited a little bit in the relationship before you introduced the porn. Day one? Day one? Okay.
Yeah. You really got to put all your cards on the table if you want a relationship. You don't want stuff like that coming back 6 months in.
Especially Lil Hellfire. She's like, this is what I am, bro.
You don't bust out the furry outfit like 6 months in. 'Cause then it's like, because it's not going to work at that point, because either, you know, it doesn't end well.
It's our Lilith. It's not the furry costume. It's the whips and chains, bro.
I was not speaking about Lilith specifically. I was speaking about all relationships. You have to be honest.
Your furry outfit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
and he has the Gwenpool outfit over the furry.
Yeah, like I can sew well enough to be a cosplay sex fetishist. Really. You know?
You better. Oh, we know what Charlie's getting on top of that sweet Christmas book. He's getting a sewing machine and one of those patterns.
You know, I actually have a sewing machine. I just don't have time to sew anymore. It's like I used to have so much. Like I said, the older I get,
he looks around. I used to have so much time.
You could, staring at his children. I used to have so much time.
I used to have time, and that was also before, you know, I started drinking quite as much apple juice. So I think it's
so the blackouts are part of it.
Before time seemed to disappear at random intervals.
Well, although to be fair, I used to drink a lot of vodka and things. I used to love to make. Russian Cowboys were one of my favorites.
Hey now,
which is vodka and root beer. Russian Hillbilly, vodka and Mountain Dew. Before vodka and Red Bull was a thing, I was doing Russian Hillbillies, vodka and Mountain Dew.
Do the drop.
All right. Oh wait, what?
Do the drop.
I thought you were saying that was the drop. Him doing Russian Hillbillies.
Okay, and what my favorite was Barbasol, but you had to find blue raspberry soda for that.
There you go. Land of Detroit, bro. Come on.
Well, yeah, I know. Look, I don't live in Detroit anymore.
Or what's the blue? The blue instead of Big Red is Big Blue or whatever.
Well, Big Red is Ohio. Don't even confuse me with some sort of Ohioan.
Yeah, but they have a blue version though.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Sorry, sore spot. Help!
All right, let's get out of here.
Ohio.
Can we get some social medias?
Yes.
On that note.
That's right. So, threw a lot at you today, way more than I thought we were going to get into. Email us.
Heyo.
That's what she said. Anyway, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, facebook.com/capesandlunatics, @capeslunatics on Twitter. Follow us on the gram, Capes and Lunatics, just like all those popular kids like Lilith and Charlie. And
one word.
And the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And Fancy Man, Charlie Esser, where can people get a hold of you?
Well, you can always write to me that old-fashioned email way the way miles impossible and say that superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. That's superconnectivityblog, all one word, @gmail.com. Of course, follow me on Twitter as I live tweet Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Gotham, and all those things that are coming back. They're going to be great. @Charlie Esser, that's CharlieEsser. Look for the 2 E's right there in the middle.
For quality.
Bing! That's the one.
Nice. And Miss Lil Hellfire, where can people find you?
Okay, nerds, if you want to live tweet anything from the Arrowverse with me, @Lil Hellfire. If you want to do Smallville, Superman, or just swear at me, @Savvy Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram.
Oh, and I'll put this episode up Monday morning. So hey, join us if you're listening on the podcast. Join us tonight on YouTube. We're gonna do a wrap up of the Arrow season premiere.
But don't forget to watch Legends afterwards. DVR it and watch the commercial.
It's not on this week.
What?
No, next week.
Ooh.
So that's what I'm saying. Arrow season premiere. Then you can join us on YouTube at 9:15. Yeah.
Edit that.
No.
Oh.
So the next week is Legends, and then
fight me, nerd.
Well, yeah. This Monday is the Arrow premiere, and then next Monday will be Arrow season episode 2 and the Legends season premiere after it. Yeah.
Support Supergirl Sunday.
That's right. Supergirl premieres this Sunday night at 8:00 Eastern.
Yay!
All right.
We'll see how Sunday does for them.
I gotta go. Hit the music. Bye, boys.
Getting frisky.
Have fun on Super Connectivity.
Oh yeah. All right. So
No dance break for me.
for another week, as Lil peels her pants off, we have been the Capes.
Ampersand.
The Lunatics. Bye.
Right. Well, you and your boyfriend can always. Okay, she was interested. I was going to say,
gone, people.
her and her boyfriend, they can watch the live stream.
Oh.
And I can think of nothing that would be more romantic than listening to my dulcet tones.
But remember, she's more of a DC person and more, I don't know if she has set the mood for her card.
Well, maybe she likes to get angry. And he may like her.
That boy's going to the hospital, Lil, if I know you're listening to this. That boy's going to the hospital if she's listening to Marvel talk while she's getting romantic.
There you go.
All right. So, everyone, join us next week. Lil's getting busy.